Yes. So, hello everyone. Our Global Pitch Day event is starting now. So, we are really excited to be here with you today. And this is our first Global Pitch Day event. So, thank you very much for your, in advance, for everyone's attention on behalf of myself and all my teammates. We have received more than 300 plus applications in just 25 days, and we have now met with 100 plus investors and investment groups from Europe, Middle East, and Turkey now. We have just started the program, just a few seconds ago. But before that, we started to hear good comments. I hope we will continue to receive these good feedbacks after the program. So there may be those among who do not know helo and those who don't know about our journey. So without further ado, I will give the floor to our co-founder and CEO Orhan Bayram. He will give a short speech about our journey, about us, about himself. Afterwards, we will both get to know our juries, our speakers, and I will give you a short briefing on the program flow. So, Orhan, would you like to speak? The stage is yours.
Well, thank you, Shevval. It's really a good day. I'm Orhan, and I'd like to say hello to all of attendees right now, co-founders, founders, and investors. Well, actually, today is a big day for us because we are doing lots of activities and events for last 3 years. We are a community of builders, founders, mentors, investors, and high-impact entrepreneurs all around the world, actually. And together we have built companies, investment arms, and startups. And finally, we have gathered all of our efforts in one entrepreneurship platform, which is helo. We dedicate our platform. helo is dedicated to enabling high impact opportunities for startup, investor, corporate, and all stakeholders of our ecosystem. So far, we have built helo, by the way, 1.5 years ago. And so far, we have connected more than 3,200 startups from 120 countries with high impact investors and corporates. And we have involved 40 fundraising events with over value of $15 million. Today, we are very excited to bring 10 promising companies from eight countries here to accelerate their fundraising efforts and facilitate perfect match for investors. I'd like to thank you, all of you, but especially to all of my colleagues who made it possible. We will definitely organize Global Pitch Day too soon. And welcome again and enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you for very much for your impressive speech, Orhan. So let's get you back. And the presentations will start in 5 minutes. And in the meantime, today actually we will closely witness the perspectives of important names from VCs, investment groups from both Dubai, UK, and the Turkey. And so they will describe themselves much better than me. So if you want, if you wish, Faris, let's listen to your H&B story very briefly. And who is Faris?
Thanks a lot, dear, and thank you, Oren, for the intro, and my peer colleagues and fellows within the industry of early stage or later stage investments. Welcome. So to quickly and briefly introduce you, Hatchambus, we're a sector.
Hi, Faris. You are frozen. Okay, if you can hear me, you are frozen. Maybe we can continue with dear Asad. If it's okay for you, Asad, maybe you can talk about 500s and your journey.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for the invitation. Hello, everyone. This is Asad from 500 Istanbul. I'm the VP of 500 Istanbul. As 500 Istanbul is a 50 million euro fund investing in early stage startups. and we start investing from our second fund at the beginning of 2021. We have an average initial ticket range around 250 to 1 million euros. So far, in the last 1.5 years, we've made 14 investments from our second fund. And probably we're going to be investing in the next 1 to 3 years from our second fund as well. And I think that's all in a nutshell. So I can pass it on to Charlie.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here with you. So yes, Charlie, you are joining us from UK, and we would like to get to know and listen to you.
Yeah, sure. I'm joining you from the cloudy England, and cold England. But there you go. But yeah, hi guys, and thank you for having me on today. I'm Charlie. I'm one of the associates here at Hatch Ventures. What we are is a pre-seed and seed, very early stage sector agnostic fund here in the UK. We invest primarily in the UK, but excuse me, but all over Europe as well. We're pre-seed seed, like I mentioned, so our check size varies between £100,000 all the way up to 600,000 as a first check. But then we also like to follow on over subsequent rounds as well. So we'll also do again between 100k and 600 at seed or Series A, and then we have a larger follow-on fund where we do $1 million plus at growth stage, again into our existing companies. So we'd like to follow on. A bit more about us is we're run by ex-entrepreneurs themselves. We like to consider ourselves mentors rather than just purely investors. So yeah, all our partners are ex-entrepreneurs. They're all exited and successful entrepreneurs, which is very rare nowadays. And with that, we like to add value, whether that's through governance, hiring, or just general introductions. Yeah, but that's us in a nutshell.
Yeah. Thank you very much to each of you again for your participation. So Faris had, I think, internet connection, some internet problems. So when he come to this room again, we can listen her about his journey. So as you know, we will listen to 10 startups in total today. And in this process, where we vote for each of them, and I will guide you about the process now. So those votes will be calculated after the presentations, and we will announce the top 3 winning startups. So firstly, you will see the QR code, and you can enter the link at the bottom right of the screen to the voting page. So secondly, you can log into the site with either of them, and there you get to the link to the agenda, startups, voting, and the stream link, I mean the YouTube link. So we are focusing on the voting section, of course. So in the voting section, you have to refresh the page or enter it again when every startup starts making a presentation. Every time you refresh the page after voting, you will see the name of the next startup. So I'm an entrepreneur. I made a presentation. You gave me a score and you chose I'm interested or not interested. Submit and please refresh the page so that you can see the next startup's name on the page. So, but I should emphasize that you don't have a chance to vote for a past startup. So please submit your vote after you 100% are sure. So yes, and yeah, we can start slowly. I mean, we can start listening to the presentations. Startups begin to take their place. Everyone is waiting for their turn. So I'm taking the first startup in. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi, Sheba. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So we make the start with you, and if you are ready, you can share your screen with us.
Okay, give me just a second.
Okay.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see now, and you can start.
Cool. Hi guys, my name's Tom. I'm the founder and CEO of Fault Fixers, a B2B maintenance workflow SaaS and marketplace. So in terms of the problem we're trying to solve with our business is that majority of businesses below the corporate echelon still rely on very manual pen and paper and Excel driven processes to manage their maintenance across their property. The maintenance supply chain and getting it fulfilled through the contractors and also managing things internally is very dysfunctional and fragmented, which causes a lot of pain and exhaustion within our customer base. That supply chain typically causes 6 to 7 times the amount of administration it takes to resolve just one maintenance issue, such as getting a toilet fixed or a light bulb changed, etc. And we find that current technologies only exacerbate this problem. So Fault Fixers is fixing this. So Fault Fixers is a maintenance workflow SaaS for both on-site property teams and external trades, helping them digitize the entire maintenance process from reporting of an issue through to resolution. And we're connecting the supply and demand from suppliers and on-site operators through our marketplace. So to put this in context, this is the current process where let's say someone in a building reports an issue and that goes to back office and maintenance. That will then be sent over to their, either resolved internally or sent over to their external contractors and then sent out to the engineer. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, copy and paste, copy and paste. A lot of administrative problems is the current status quo because it's not a digital workflow. We're turning this into a software that can be used by both suppliers and customer and operators, but also bridging that link up between suppliers and operators in platform. So in terms of where we work, it's any building, any issue in any building. We work with care homes right down to corporate real estate, down to housing and residential, and across construction and hotels. It really is a broad landscape. In terms of how we make money, we are currently operating a subscription fee for our core SaaS product, but we also will be monetizing on a transaction value to access to the marketplace for both sides of those users. In terms of traction, we're just shy of 20 grand MRR GBP. We've gone from 0 to that number within the last nearly 20 months. We've got really strong retention because the product is an end-to-end solution and makes it very sticky. And our customers include, massive international businesses, including the UK Foreign and Commonwealth Office, right down to £99 a month customers. The team's made up of myself, ex-PwC, second-time entrepreneur. My CRO has been 12 years in B2B SaaS sales, and my CTO has come from a fintech and insurtech background, and we're backed by some facility management experts. Just finally, our ask is we're raising 1.25 million seed for 18 months of financing to get to the £1 million ARR number within 18 months. And that's pretty much us. In terms of my details, you can get me at tom@faultfix.com. Thanks very much for the time.
Thanks for the great presentation, Tom. So yeah, you can close your screen. And if you have any questions, dear Charlie or Asad, you can ask.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
Charlie.
Hi, Tom. Great to meet you. Thank you for that. Talk to me from a user journey perspective, i.e., there's a maintenance issue, there's a light bulb that's gone out. Does someone see it? And first of all, who flags the issue, and then where does that action actually end up, and where does that go to? What's the workflow like?
Yeah, so very broad use case, but typically it's either, if I contextualize it in one of our customers, we work with a national care home provider. They've got 20 sites across the UK. So the care workers are the eyes and ears of the site. They'll see an issue, they can report it in 10 seconds with a photo and video, and that goes into the back office workflow. The back office team, whether that's the maintenance team or management, now has the ability to resolve that in their current workflow or send that externally to their contractors in the platform. So again, the engineering team on site can manage their workflow on a day-to-day basis, and management now has visibility of the data that exists in and across their sites. The current status quo is the care workers write it in a book at reception, or they go and find the maintenance person on site. So it's a very manual, painful process, doesn't have a lot of peripheral benefits, but actually this data play on on an digitalized operational workflow is where we're finding the majority of the value, and obviously connecting up the supply side with the demand.
So,
I have a question, if that's okay.
Okay, not question.
Hi, Tom.
Okay.
Thanks for that. Could you, explain the competitive landscape and what parts differentiates your product from the competition?
Yep.
And my second question is about, are you currently focused only on the domestic market, or are you planning to go out to the other international markets or in other countries? And what would be the, difficult part of doing that?
So to answer the first competitive landscape question, in 98% of our conversations with prospects, we are not competing against a incumbent solution or a third-party software. Most of the time, we're competing against pen and paper and Excel. But there are other maintenance products that exist. So you can go away and do your homework, and you will find that there is one product, for example, is a business called Upkeep. They're a YC alumni business, raised 35 million quid. But their product is focused on industrial machinery sites. So there's a lot of focus or vertical specificity within another product. From the contractor or trade side, there are other field service products, but they don't necessarily work for the on-site teams. And therefore, they'll never necessarily have the bridge up between supply and demand, which is ultimately the USP. So obviously, conscious of time, I can go into that in more detail. But just on your other point, from a outbound sales perspective, the UK domestic market is our focus, just naturally because it's outside the windows, right? We do more marketing and inbound generated lead gen, typically through PPC and performance marketing. Our product is obviously a SaaS product, so it can be used anywhere in the world. We're working with businesses in Nigeria and Tanzania in Africa, but that's sort of purely because we've converted inbound rather than us focusing on those jurisdictions. But there's no reason we can't go after other territories outside the UK.
Yeah, maybe the marketplace would be a thing to consider, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
time is over, Tom. Thank you for your answer. So see you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, please vote for me, guys. And it's Tom at Fault Fixers if you want to get in touch.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Thanks, Cheval. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi, Diego. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
We are fine.
Hi,
Thank
Diego.
you.
Hi,
If you are ready,
familiar faces. Yeah.
if you are ready, you can start the presentation by sharing your screen.
Just a minute. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, just a second. Can you see it now?
Okay, it's coming. Yes.
Yeah, I think you see it. Yeah.
Is it possible to make it full screen? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You can start.
Hi, everyone. My name is Duygu. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Findline. Findline is a data-driven order and pay solution that connects restaurants with their customer. So 60% of the restaurants do not make it in the first year because of low margins and high employee turnover. Lack of data makes it impossible to save the business because they have actually no clue about why they are failing. So that's why we built Findline. Findline helps restaurant operators increase their sales by 20%, tips 40%, decrease operational cost to 30%, and we help them turn tables faster, to like up to 15 minutes, and even higher for like crowded teams. Crowded clients. So Findline is a cloud-based software as a service platform that collects real-time data and provides analytics to restaurant owners. Self-ordering and self-checkout. We have self-ordering and self-checkout functions that eliminate errors and decrease labor needs. And data collected to the diners enable restaurants to retarget their customers or even reach out to new ones. So we actually help them engage more. We have 2,000 customers in 64 countries right now. So well-known brands like Nusret, like Hilton Hotels, Armani are our customers, as well as a lot of like mom and pop businesses. We reached 1 million ARR, and we are growing like 15% month over month. We mostly acquire our customers with digital marketing, and our LTV CAC ratio is close to 4, which is like better than common SaaS norm. We target all kind of restaurants, cafes, bars, and hotels in the MENA and in the US. We also have some traction in Southeast Asia, but these markets creates $1.5 billion total addressable market for us. There are others in the space, especially after pandemic. I bet you see a lot of QR codes around, but our customers choose us because we are the only company that provides an AI-powered ordering and checkout solution, checkout functions with a self-service solution, and we are adding more functionalities even more. So we are two co-founders with over 10 years of project management and product development experience in B2B and B2C applications. Our team is 32 people. Half of them are working on the product development side, and the other half is working on sales, marketing, and customer services. We raised $1 million so far. We are a 500 batch company, as I already know. We also joined the accelerator program in SF couple of years ago, and we are funded by two microfunds of 500 startups, Istanbul and MENA Fund. And we are adding new revenue streams to our business actually. So we added fast checkout and payment options, and we expect to hit 15 million ARR in 2 years. And we are currently raising, so expecting to close a bridge round around mid-June. So if you are interested, you are free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thanks for the presentation, Duygu. So, do you have any questions?
Great presentation, Duygu. So Duygu is, Fine Dine is one of our beloved portfolio companies. That's why, I think I should give this opportunity to Charlie if he has any questions.
Yes, Charlie.
No, thank you. No, great presentation. I really enjoyed the deck as well. That was great. And your website looks super cool as well. I have a question. I have a question surrounding go-to-market, especially. So I saw there you'd on your customer slide you had a few chains and then you had a few independents. Now, one, who's the priority, and then how are you onboarding them?
So actually, most of our customers, including the big brands, are we actually reach out them by digital marketing. So we like 2 years ago we received most of our funding. So before that we didn't have a sales team or anything at all. So we were doing like digital marketing and acquire customer by that. But some big brands, like I will never tell it, but they come from digital marketing, so I won't expecting that as well, like Hilton Hotels and so on. Some of them are just with digital marketing we acquired them, and then we started building sales teams, local sales teams on the market that we are targeting, and those sales teams are also good at like converting bigger clients. They mostly not go for mom and pop shops. We actually target them with digital marketing. They go for bigger brands. So we have digital marketing with smaller brands, and we have sales team for bigger account managers for bigger brands.
Great. Okay, super. And in terms of your business model, then are you just licensing this to restaurants, and is that your main income stream, or are you also taking a commission on sales as well?
Mm-hmm. So we started with this SaaS model. So we are actually charging monthly or yearly subscription fees according to how much they use on our system in terms of functionalities. So most of our customers, they are paying yearly. So you can just think that we are like charging yearly our customers. And then we added that was the point I was trying to emphasize, by the way, but it's just 3 minutes, so I couldn't mention much. So we started providing fast checkout functionalities like self checkout functions and so on. which creates actually an opportunity for us to gain some revenue from the transactions that are running on Fineline. So we also have a revenue coming from that. That makes our business growing more and more, because SaaS is like more acting more linear, but we are targeting to grow more in 2 years.
So we are out of time. So thank you for your answers, Duygu, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, Esat. It was nice to see you. Bye.
Yes, so I would like to remind the investors again, please don't forget to refresh the page after voting for each startup, so that the page where you will vote for the next startups is in front of you. And the third startup is... Hi, Ali, how are you?
Hello, hi. Hi, Esat.
So it's good to see you again. And if you are ready, we are ready to listen your presentation.
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
So you see my screen, right?
Not yet. I'm waiting. Did you share your screen?
Yeah, let me try one more time.
Okay.
So actually last time that we try it works, but now it's not allowing actually.
When you click the share screen, so did you choose the full screen or only the page?
I click the share screen and entire screen.
Okay, if it's entire
Here
screen.
they say the browser can't access your screen. Say.
Okay, which browser do you use right now? Because StreamYard sometimes doesn't support the...
Chrome. I'm using Chrome. Let me, try Safari, okay? I'm coming shortly.
Okay, we can pass the other startups maybe.
Yeah,
And
that's...
yeah, when you fix the problem, yeah, we can continue with you. Okay. And hi, Ariel, how are you?
Good, thank you. How about yourself? Hey, everyone.
We are fine, thank you. So if you are ready, we can continue with your presentation.
I am ready. Yep. Let me share my screen real quick.
Yes.
Okay. So hey, everyone. I'm Ariel Chen, co-founder and CEO of ChargeFlow, father and husband of Julia, based in Jerusalem, Israel. And today I want to introduce you to ChargeFlow, our e-commerce fintech startup, which was established in 2021. My brother and I are long life entrepreneurs, mainly focused on the e-commerce space. We've built ChargeFlow after experiencing suffering and recovering chargebacks firsthand at scale. ChargeFlow was founded on a mission to completely automate the process of credit card disputes for merchants by leveraging technology and AI. We deliver a unique, fully hands-off solution while achieving industry-leading recovery rate. We're different from most fraud prevention companies like Riskify, for example, because we mainly focus on the post-purchase transaction, and they focus on minimizing the risk of chargebacks. So we take care of the chargeback after it happens. After a year of development, we've launched ChargeFlow and Shopify, along with Stripe, PayPal, Shopify payments integration, and have been exponential growth and adoption of our solution and proved our product market fit. Today, we've hit a growth milestone with over 430 active merchants within just 5 months from launch and $300,000 in annual revenue from SMBs to SMEs. When creating ChargeFlow, we want to create a solution that every merchant would love to have and have a win-win situation as opposed to our legacy competitors. I want to show you some statistic about chargebacks, and we move forward from there. So on every $100 spent online or retail, there are 2.4% lost to chargebacks. 86% of those chargebacks are illegitimate, means they are related with charge flow. 615 million chargeback volume was on year 2021, and the average industry recovery rate for merchants is only 12%. ChargeFlow has developed a unique UI-based solution that automates the entire process of credit card disputes. We have created unbeatable solution that drive by the AI engine, scale automatically without human intervention, increase profit for merchants on average by 6%, and universal. It means it actually fits to any type of industry, verticals, not just Shopify, but also crypto. It could be with travel industry, in any type of industry that related with online and retails. Why choosing ChargeFlow upon others or managing it yourself? We will have the highest win rate in the industry. We provide one-stop solution that provide all of your chargebacks and disputes under one single platform with a seamless integration. While managing chargebacks could take 1 to 2 hours just for one chargeback, we have managed between 600 to 1,000 chargebacks every month. Our pricing are different, are fully success-based. There are no contracts, no minimum fees. The full automation is developed. We have integrated with the biggest banks, and we will integrate with additional banks moving forward. And we provide full visibility for the customer. Currently, you can see the map. We are on a market of 2 million merchants, already gained within just 5 months, hundreds of them, and we're continue developing integration in our car technology. We have a CTO, which is co-founder with 20 years of experience in R&D management and a team of 36 people on board. Our stage currently, we have raised already $2 million in a pre-seed safe model. Our product is live and stable. We have a full operational team of 36 employees. We have proved our product market fit. We've proved our go-to-market strategy, and we want to expand to different markets. And for that, we need to accelerate development and marketing, and we want to raise between $7 to $10 million. ChargeFlow will be huge, and we know that.
Thanks for the presentation, Ariel.
Yeah.
Yes, so now is the Q&A session. If we have any questions, Charlie or Esat, you can ask. We have 2 minutes.
Hi, Ariel. Thanks for the great presentation.
Sure.
So, what I understand is there are different phases in this chargeback process, right? And what you do is to bundle all these different phases and different maybe service providers into a single platform and integrated and streamlined whole process for the companies to optimize the chargeback process, right? For them. So could you give more details about the traditional or the existing way that your customers use for the chargeback?
Sure. Yeah. So what they use today, for example, Chargeback Gurus, Chargeback 911, they don't have a solution that is based on technology. They manage it manually in their backend, but they provide the customer full management of their chargebacks. We provide a full hands-on solution that our backend is automated and run by AI engine. And we also increase by that, using the technology, the win rate. Means the merchant will also earn a lot more money just because they use ChargeFlow, because we optimize the response every time we send them to the bank. So we have the highest win rate in the industry.
What role does AI play in that process?
So first of all, it predicts. We know how to predict when to respond to chargeback and how to respond it. Second, it actually learned from past chargebacks and know
Okay.
what to improve for the next one to improve our win rate. The win
Okay.
rate
Cool.
eventually is actually the net profit of the merchant. So if they do 12% today, or if they use solution and do 30% today, and then they use ChargeFlow and actually have 70% success rate upon their chargebacks, we increase their net profit significantly.
And what is your current MRR right now?
So
This
ARR
was the last
And
question.
when did you start?
$300,000 ARR, and we've launched
Yeah,
5 months ago.
5 months ago. Okay, nice. Because it's easy to sell. That's why I just wanted to see the momentum, and you
That's
have the
right.
momentum.
Every
That's
business,
cool. Yeah,
every business that has revenue need ChargeFlow. Every business.
yeah.
If they don't have revenue, they don't need us. That's right. But if they do have,
Okay.
they need us.
One more
So,
question, Sheva, please. You said
okay.
you need the fund for the further developments. What are those developments that you need for the product?
So we have to integrate with additional platforms in terms of e-commerce and also different verticals like travel. We can integrate with big enterprises like Booking, Traveler, or different type of those, and also with crypto. We rebuild our architecture internally in terms of technology to fit every type of platform. Our go-to-market strategy was e-commerce, Shopify first. Right now we have to change it a bit and expand.
Okay,
So
thanks.
thank you for your time, Ariel, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, guys.
Hi, Ali. Hi again.
Hello, hi.
Is everything okay? I hope you have solved the problem with permissions.
Yes, hopefully this time works.
Okay, let's try again.
So,
Yes, it works.
shall I start?
Yes, please.
Hi, I am Ali Yarali. I'm the founder and CEO at Delivery.ai. As Delivery.ai, we are reimagining local delivery. So the last mile food and grocery delivery market is growing, but it comes with challenge because of the excessive logistic costs, and there is a shortage of the labor in the European and the UK market. That's why we are a system of connected autonomous robots make the delivery more accessible, safer, and better for environment. Our product is autonomous delivery technology for online order platform with our unique prominent computer vision system and cutting-edge self-driving technologies. As Delivery.ai, we are working B2B, so we are operating in 1 mile radius areas to pick up our customers' order from location A to deliver the location B by using our robots with pedestrian speed on the sidewalks. Currently, we are making autonomous deliveries to real customers in Turkey, Spain, and Netherlands. And we already completed 4,000 autonomous deliveries. And as we promise, our average delivery time is 10 minutes. We are going to reach 1,000 robots and at the end of 2023. As Delivery.ai, we are also a greener way to deliver. We are replacing gasoline vehicles instead of it. And we are also generating new jobs for the UK and Europe. As I told you that we are B2B company, so we are charging one-time deployment fee for our robot, and afterwards we are charging delivery fee as a service. If the customer is requesting for branded robot, we are also charging out-of-home advertising fee, which give mobile billboard effect in the smart cities. Currently, there is no commercialized company in Europe. So as Delivery.ai, we are developing our technology in-house without using any outsource software modules. And our main market is UK and Europe. The autonomous last mile delivery market is increasing 12 billion pounds and end of 2028. And we believe that UK and European market is more attractive because of the lower distance deliveries. To achieve this, we have 4 core activities. So we are supplying the robots, provide the technology, getting the regulation, and doing on-field operations. As I told you that we are developing the legal framework of autonomous delivery robots in UK. We have 40 engineers and we have 2 founders and we have international advisors in our team. We selected top accelerator programs like European Institute of Technology, Plug and Play, and Vira. We are reaching 1,000 robots end of 2023. So in order to reach this, we are raising £5 million. So this is time for autonomous delivery in sustainable cities. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the presentation, Ali. So if you have any questions, dear judges, we can take
Hi,
them.
Ali.
Hello.
Thanks for the great presentation. Charlie, we know Ali and I, we know each other very well, and we closely communicate with each other. And I took all your time in the previous startup, so let me give it to you if you like.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Hey, Ali, thank you for that. I'm interested in terms of, like, especially here in the UK, you know, the government got very worried when, like, the e-scooters first came, right? And let alone autonomous vehicles. So in terms of the regulatory requirements, what are they, and how do you plan to launch in such a heavily regulated market, the UK specifically?
Yeah, in terms of the regulatory wise, of course, this is one of the challenge for the business. But the thing is that in US there is a bill which is Penn State bill. You can see in the presentation. So autonomous delivery robots, they are calling them as personal delivery device. So they put them in the same category in the e-scooters, pedestrian, and as I told, that personal delivery device. Regarding the UK perspective, actually, it's not banned to put motorized delivery vehicles on the sidewalk. It's not banned, but it is a lawful. So that's why when we speak with the Transport for London, with the Ministry of Transport, and the councils like Zenzik or connected autonomous vehicle societies, so they're recommending us to speak directly with the local councils or boroughs. So that's why even in London, for example, we specifically speaking with the Greenwich, specifically speaking with the Stratford borough councils, and if they allow, we are able to deploy, and Minister of Transport and TfL is not able to say nothing. It's going to be the legal. The borough is just changing the name of the sidewalk, what one of our competitors, Starship, done in the Milton Keynes. So they are not saying that this is sidewalk. They are saying that this is shared mobility space. So that's why this is totally depending on borough to borough or city council to sound councils nationwide in the UK. So currently we get a license from Stratford in the Queen Elizabeth Park area, from the Milton Keynes, of course, University of Warwick, because if there's a privately owned land, like the university campuses, they allow. But otherwise, we need to get allowance from the local council, which is okay from the Minister of Transport side.
So we can take the last question, Charlie, if you have one.
Yeah, I do. It was actually about how they're charged, how in terms of the vehicles themselves. What's the process of after a day? Because, like, the scooters, people are paid to go collect them, and they charge them, and they put them back. What's the process with your robots?
Yeah, let's say we are dealing with the GoPuff in the Stratford for the Queen Elizabeth Park. So they would like to deploy 10 robots, let's say. So we are not selling the robots. So we are charging a deployment and setup fee for one time, which is £4,000 per robot. This is the one-time fee. After we deploy the robots, we are charging per delivery fee. And we are bundling this fee as a monthly fee. Let's say if it's, we are saying that you need to give us 400 delivery commitment per month. Let's say, they need, with €4 per delivery, £1,600, they need to pay me monthly. And if the customer is looking for, let's say, GoPuff branded, in the London, for example, black caps with the Just Eat branded or Zoom branded or Zap branded. So we are also charging mobile billboard fee per month to the customer. If customer is not able to pay, we are also partially charging the, let's say, GoPath brand, and we go to Vodafone or O2. The other side is going to. So we have also out-of-home advertising revenue streams as well.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Ali. So we will listen to the next startups, and
Let's see you.
See you
Thanks,
later. Bye bye. Hi, Hans.
everyone.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Hi,
We are
Shiva.
fine. Thank you. If you are ready, you can share your screen.
Sure. First of all, can you hear me properly?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Cool.
And
see my
there is
screen?
no noise, by the way. Thank you.
Cool. Do you see my screen?
Yes, perfect. No, I lost the screen. Yes, right now I can see. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, based on where you are. I'm Hans Paul, CEO and co-founder at Speed Legal. And Speed Legal is a SaaS platform that allows our users to understand contracts in seconds and to business professionals to close more transactions faster. My background is finance economics, and I work as a consultant. My parents are also consultants, and I work for them since I was a teenager. I was doing a lot of contract review and contract preparation, and that task was very tedious and time-consuming. So I started to automate that part of their job. And when I came to San Francisco in 2018, I met my co-founder. We won a hackathon at Stanford, and then we created Speed Legal. Here we are working on two main pain points. On one side, a time issue. On average, business and legal professionals spend 3.5 hours, 3 hours per day reviewing contracts. On the other side, there is an accuracy issue. The American Bar Association says that it's about 12% the error of human mistakes reviewing contracts, whereas ML models based software are actually about 6-7%. So what we have developed is a SaaS platform that leverages deep learning algorithms technology to extract the key information from the contract and compare them with the standard. So on average, to close a deal is about 5 days without Speed Legal. And with Speed Legal, the time goes down to 1 day. Time is money, therefore, we have calculated about $4.5 thousand per transaction saved. These are some of our paying clients, and we currently have about $20,000 annual recurrent revenue. And we are targeting to scale to 15K MRR by the end of the year, time when we will raise our seed round. The market is huge, and it's growing at a 35.6% CAGR, 5x by 2027. And here we are focusing our initial target market are those SMEs without an internal legal team, which is valued about $3 billion. What makes us different from other companies in this space? First of all, is the automation on the analytics part. So we extract with high level of granularity information from each contract, not just the title, but also even every provision. And we provide them in a seamless way. So you don't need to talk to a sales representative. You can sign up right now and try our free version. The team is passionate about the topic and is highly skilled. We have a cumulative 40 plus years of experience in legal and tech. Roy worked for Pinterest as a data scientist, for NASA and the Ministry of Defense in India, and Aishwarya had her PhD at Berkeley Law. So we are raising our pre-seed. We have already raised about $250,000, and I'm also here to learn from you and get your advice and feedback about the SaaS enterprise market. Thank you.
Thank you, Hans. Yeah, you can close your screen. And Charlie, yeah, let's start with you.
Yeah, excuse me. Hi, Hans. Thank you for that. Great pitch. When you say your platform, scans the contract and compares it to, you said, the standard for that visual representative, for that visual comparison on the user part. What's the standard? Where are you getting that from?
Good question. So we have a couple of use cases. Big clients, usually they have their own standard. So we basically gather their inputs, their templates. For smaller clients, we provide the standard based on the jurisdiction they're in. So we use our data lake that we gather from public companies as well as our internal database to create those key values for each governing law in jurisdiction.
Okay, cool. No, that makes sense. And is there an opportunity here to, and do you plan to become almost like a two-way platform, i.e. for like negotiation, in the sense that both parties can see the visual representation in the middle and then negotiate either side on a contract, or what's the roadmap?
That's a very good question. We are actually very focused on what we are good at, which is understanding what are the risks of the contract. Can I sign this contract? There are great platforms doing CLM, CMS, as you know, and so we are actually partnering with them right now. We'll see how it goes down the path, but right now we are really focused on our core technology.
And if there is any last question, you can ask. We have a few seconds.
Hi, Hans. Thanks for the great pitch. I can ask that probably you use some NLP algorithms or CR, right, for scanning the documents. So did you develop it from the scratch, or did you use open source algorithms? So how much differentiated are your algorithms from the open source ones?
Good question. For now, the best way for a startup is to use the power of some of the tech built by Google and Facebook. So we are taking those models and then fine tuning with the specific dataset, which is the legal dataset. And as I mentioned, Roy from Pinterest is actually already planning the product roadmap on creating our own models. But that's more of a task I would say in the next 12 months. But yeah, that's a very good question, and we have a patent. Provisional patent on the process we deal with data and we deploy the current models.
Okay.
So
thanks.
Thank you for your time, Hans. Thank you very much for answering our questions, and bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, Ibrahim. How are you?
Hi, fine. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, by the way, your camera is turned off, but if it doesn't work, it's okay. We can continue with this, and you can share your screen if you are ready.
So you can, also can you see now my screen?
No.
Okay, one moment, please.
Okay. Okay, it's loading.
So, okay.
Yes.
So it's my pleasure to talk to you about ConcealMed. Actually, we have started ConcealMed at 2020 to connect the patients from the MENA region with top-notch doctors from Germany. Actually, we have started only with Germany, but we have expanded to have doctors from Switzerland, from Spain, from UK, from Italy, from France, and of course here America. As we have here a big problems in the MENA region with high cost and low quality service. That means the patient should pay more money and the patient receive low quality service. So we have started ConcealMed through ConcealMed platform and ConcealMed mobile application. You can get in touch with the best expert in Europe and of course America. At ConcealMed platform, you can find that we have now more than 44 specialty, and we have doctors from this country: Germany, Switzerland, England, France, Italy, Spain, USA. This is how can you see platform ConcealMed, and this how can you see ConcealMed mobile applications, and through the application you can get in touch through the doctors, either written consultation or of course a video consultation. So we have started ConcealMed at 2020, and we have of course the first booking in March 2020. The timing was good because of coronavirus, and of course highly needed service in the MENA region. As attraction in 2020, we had more than 100 US stores, and actually ConcealMed we have now more than 50,000 users at the mobile application platform. Concealment is business to customer, to the patients, but and sometimes we need to talk with the hospital and of course a medical insurance. We have more than 800 doctors, including the waiting list. We have more than 50,000 users, platform and mobile application. We have, as of till now, approximately 6,000 written consultation and 9,000 video consultation and more than 10 physical examination, because we have a program named Visiting Expert Program. That means concealment doctors can travel to the main region hospitals and he can see the patients there. And concealment has participated treatment of many patients in Europe. And we have, of course, as I said, visiting expert programs. That means we have more than 70 successful visits from Europe doctors to the MENA region. So we have, of course, main competitors. Our advantage, it's low cost and of course high quality, and it's auch easy to use concealment mobile application. And we have many services. We don't have only teleconsultation, but of course we have also treatment in Germany, and we have visiting expert program. So also actually concealment, we take 5% commission from the total invoice in case of treatment abroad, and concealment take 20% in case of visiting expert program and 30% from every consultation. So the team, we have actually a big advisor committee at Consilmed from Saudi Arabia, from Cairo, from Switzerland, from Tunisia, and of course Muscat, Oman, and from Kuwait. From Kuwait, we have now cooperation with many international platforms in Cairo, in Delhi, India, and of course in Muscat, Oman. We have started Concealment Egypt as the first step to expand in the whole MENA region, and we have given our franchise agency in Kuwait as a second step. Also actually at Consumer platform, we have cooperation with with many hospitals. If you write in Google concealment.com, you can see that we have 44 subspecialty, and we have now more than 100 healthcare providers. Concealment, we have joined the following incubator programs, and of course, Concealment, we want to give 10% equity for 1.8 million, and we have now committed approximate $800. We have now for ventures capital and consumer. We want to have the lead investor to close this round investment. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation, Ibrahim. So,
Sure.
do you have any questions you can ask? Please don't forget we have 2 minutes for Q&A. So, Charlie or Asad, do you have any questions? Yes, Charlie.
Yeah, I'll go. Thank you, Ibrahim. That was thank you for your presentation. In terms of go-to-market, first of all, in terms of geographic, what's the target geographic specifically? I know you mentioned US and European doctors, but in terms of the user side, what does that look like, and what's the sales channels that you're using?
Okay, actually, we have now patients from more than 50 countries. Actually, I want to show you our Google Analytics that you can see we have patients from more than 50 countries, but concealment are mainly in the MENA region, and for example Cairo, in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, and of course Tunisian, and we want to go deeply in of course Africa. Concealment, as we have now a large marketing team, and of course through Facebook and Google, and of course our offline channels in the streets.
Ibrahim, correct me if I'm wrong. Hi, correct me
Hi.
if I'm wrong, please. But this is not just a software business, right? You also have, large operational business where you
Of course.
when you transfer the
Of course, yeah.
the patients from to the health providers in different
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah, yeah.
So that part doesn't look like venturable and much scalable, at least from a VC perspective. But what are you doing to make it venturable, more venturable? Like, are you automating any process on that side of the business?
Actually, also we need to have more also more and more users in the next time, and also at this time we have more than also 2,000 consultations, and I need to reach more users to have more venture. I know it's also at this time it's too hard, but Consumate has made it easy. As before, it was really hard to talk with top-notch doctors of Europe, actually the patients in the MENA region. But now through Consumate, it's yeah, easy. So
What I understand is you use your software part for lead generation to your operational side of the business.
that's right, of course, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I asked that. But thanks. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Ibrahim.
Thank
Thank you very much for answering our questions. So take care of yourself. Bye bye. So we have only 4 startups left. So we will continue with Navlunga now. And hi, Alp. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you. Happy to
So
be
if
here.
you are ready, yes, we're fine.
Yeah,
Thank you
let
so
me just-
much. If you are ready, you can share your screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Hi, my name is Alp Çiçekta. I'm one of the founders of Navlungo. We are on track of becoming a one-stop shop for e-commerce, logistics, and fulfillment. What we do is we are a cross-border digital logistics and fulfillment technology company, and our customer base is e-commerce sellers, retail brands, and exporting SMEs. So why are we doing this? If you're an e-commerce seller selling on multiple platforms across the globe, managing shipments and fulfillment needs from different channels are a difficult issue. You have to use a lot of tools to manage and gather your shipment channels, and also track them, and also get the fulfillment services. So companies are using hours and hours to find the right solution from the right courier, and also find the right fulfillment and warehousing solution. And that's a very difficult thing if you don't have a specific logistics department to deal with these. So what is the solution that we are providing? We are providing a platform for finding, purchasing, and managing all the logistics and fulfillment offers. What you do is you can link your sales channels to our platform, select the best couriers to work with, and either you prepare your package or you let us fulfill it anywhere. And afterwards, we help you to insure it, and help you with the customs brokerage, and also the tracking the shipments. So our key product is an order management and a transport management software, which allows you to connect all the website shops and all your marketplaces. Then afterwards, you choose the right shipment for you. It could be a freight, it could be a airway express, it could be seaway. And we also help you to choose the right warehousing in the right location. And also we help you to work with the best couriers and the service providers. Is there anybody else providing this service globally? Yes, there are. There are a number of different platforms, but we are an overall integrator to provide B2C, B2B shipments, different modes of transportation, and also provide you the instant quoting. In terms of business model, we generally add a margin on top of the provider's costs. It could be 8 to 12% for the small carriers and the freight, a little bit larger on the fulfillment services. And we are working our SaaS platform for for order management system as well. At the end, we are a large integration ecosystem. So we have an ever-growing marketplace integration. Our tech team are constantly working on this. We have also a number of e-commerce infrastructure setups, WMS setups, and also logistics and payment system integrations. We are working with a number of companies from Turkey, from warehousing fulfillment clients, global logistics service providers, and a very large network. And in terms of team, we have a 5 team member in terms of the founders coming from the marketing, tech, product side, and me coming from the fulfillment and the warehousing side. And we have a plus 70 people back team on this. So if I want to provide a quick snapshot, we are a 3-year-old company. of 75 people. We are doing right now 30,000 monthly shipments out of Turkey. We have a customer base of 8,200 customers, and our last month's gross sales was 1.4 million US, and our gross profit after paying back the service providers was 180,000 US dollars. We grew 45% from last quarter. And currently we have 7 fulfillment centers globally, mainly in US, UK, Germany, Netherlands, Eastern Europe, Romania, and Dubai. And in Turkey, we have a large warehousing network already established. And currently we are closing a $1.5 million round this month, mainly to support and finance our growth in UK and in US right now. So that's a snapshot of Now Lungo. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the presentation. If you have any questions about Now Lungo, now is the time.
Thank you, Alp, for the great pitch. I can ask about the average lifetime value of your customer acquisition cost, like metrics like that. Could you provide some details on these?
Yeah, sure. The lifetime value of the customers are, we have customers that are working with us over years, because they have, as long as their websites are running and they are constantly keeping cross-border, we are working with them. So we have customers that have a lifetime of more than a year. And on the fulfillment side, also our customers are long-term, because once they are starting to work with it, it's quite long. And we have also a short-term lifetime value customers as well. So because they are trying with us, or they are doing small B2C sendings as well.
Are there any switching costs for customers to go from Now Lungo to any other Now Lungo competitor? Are there any switching costs?
That's where we are providing. Once they have the right integrations working with us, that's a major thing that holding to us. And also that's why actually we merged Now Lungo with the company that I founded, Park Palette, because when you do the fulfillment and when you bring those two together, you don't lose the customer. But if you become only a B2C express service provider, it's hard. They can check it from other platforms, get a better price, and move on.
That was the main reason for the
but that merger really helped us on that.
Yeah. Okay,
Last
thanks.
question, please. Thank you. Charlie, do you have any questions? Maybe we can take one.
Do I have any questions? I actually don't think so. It was a really good pitch. Unfortunately, I think there's some slight overlap in our existing portfolio, so I'll stay out of this one.
Okay.
Right.
So thank you for your time, Alp. So
Sorry, may I ask, Charlie, which company is that?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same one.
I think there's a few. We have a few which are earlier stage than you. Well, one called Primus. There's Scurry over in Ireland. But yeah, they're slightly earlier stage than you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Alp. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
And now we continue with the game startup, and Brock will tell us about Rosinante Games, and also Rezu is here. Hi guys, how are you?
We're fine. How about you?
We're fine, thank you. So if you're ready, you can share your screen.
Well, I actually did. Can you see it now?
Okay, you can start. Yes, perfect.
Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to our Rosinante game world. Rosinante Games is a hyper-casual studio based in Istanbul, and we have been creating games since September 2021. Resul and I, as game enthusiasts, were already into the gaming industry, and we've been creating since 2019. Therefore, decided to start up the company, to be honest. And we have a team of 4, all talented and working with passion. What makes our team different from other teams is that we believe that we have the experience, speed, multiple talented personalities, and extraordinary art form that we have. Yes, we're currently hyper-casual game studio that is exclusive deal with a publisher and getting $15K a month which also have a portfolio over 30 games, and we got a trend hit called Valgona Candy Challenge. It's a good game. So anyway, what we aim is like what we dream as team is to create our casual game, and it's an online social casino game called Chef Wars. Chef Wars is the story of a young chef, Chef Festo, who wants to open up restaurants all over the world and defeat all competitors. And core and meta loops for the game is like you spin and earn and attack another online player and steal from them and build your restaurants all over the world. So why the social casino game genre? It's the second best earner after the puzzle mastery. Although the mastery genre is very saturated in the market right now. So for the market size, we see that according to liftoff.com, $6.2 billion in 2020, and it's expected to become $7.5 billion by the end of 2026. So as for the examples in the market, CoinMaster is one of them, and this is like the last month's result for them. They have 2 millions of download and 43 millions just from Android and 21 million from iOS. So what we have against the competition, we have shorter production period time. We believe that funny chef theme, Chef Festo, is very, very nice and sympathetic, according to other Viking games, because most of those games are themed with Viking. And lower production costs we have. Also, we'll use NFT technology in our game, selling unique collectible cards inside. And we're thinking of implementing Avalanche and Solana in our game. Our revenue model is mainly in-app purchase and seasonal pass. Marketing will be done via the publisher because we have know-how on marketing and we are aware of that. We are aiming to finish the product in a year. And next year, the second year will be marketing and content creation for the game. What we ask is 495K will be spent mainly for the development. Salaries mostly, because we're aiming to get senior developers inside other than losing time with the junior ones. The rest will be hardware and others. Please try our prototype by Barcode, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Barak. Thank you. So, Charlie or Asad, do you have any questions? We have 2 minutes.
Yeah, thanks for the great pitch, Brock. You said you have a short production. Why is that? What makes you different? Why do you have shorter production compared to other gaming companies?
Well, first of all, we worked for casual companies before, so we already know how the work is done, and also we're aiming to. We actually made the deals with the senior developers from casual game companies. Right now, we're just waiting to cash to come inside and then bring them inside. So we will get the know-how from other casual companies inside, and we'll use ours too. And
Okay.
besides that, I've been in the. For myself, I've been in the industry for about 11 years. I did some other hits from 2014, Manugano, Sword of Solan, and then get into Başakşehir University as an educator, and then arcade. And it's a long path for me.
Okay.
So, Charlie, I guess you have a question. Yes.
Yeah, please. Thanks, guys. Thank you for the pitch. How I'm not a gaming expert by any means, but how long? What's like the lifetime value of your average game? I.e., how long do they actually stay relevant before you have to launch a new one?
Well, our main goal is to finish the product the main launch in a year, and on the 1.5 year, we are aiming to build the second game according to first one. It will be a different production, but we'll use the same basic ideas that we did from out of scratch, and then maybe change the theme and build up another game.
Maybe I can give an example on that are first competitor Pirate Kings, the game, published in 2015, and it's still a good earner and major player. On casual games, lifetime of the games is quite long. I can say that at least 8 to 10 years, depending on your marketing ability, actually.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Burak and Resul. So we will talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for getting us. Have a nice day.
Bye bye. Okay, so our voting process is still ongoing, so we will listen to the last two startups. You can vote by scanning the QR codes in the upper right corner of the screen or by entering the link in the lower right corner. So, hi Guy, how are you?
Hey, good to be here.
So, by the way, I cannot hear you properly, but you're maybe because of the headphones, I don't know. Could you please talk better? Okay. If you are ready, you can start the presentation.
So let me get into it. Perfect. I go ahead. Yeah, so welcome, Rivoli. We are empowering e-commerce to access e-commerce in order to rescue 1 billion e-commerce items from destruction. So you need to know that in Germany alone, over 500 million items were returned, but not all returns can be brought back to the regular market, trying to waste 200 fully loaded trucks of intact items each day. Luckily, in Germany, there's a new law which is prohibiting e-commerce to destroy returned items. But the problem is that there is just no convenient solution to move returns back into circulation, which leads to a gap that is costly, time-consuming, and untransparent. In fact, the gap between e-commerce and re-commerce causes 5.4 billion euro of waste in Germany alone. Revole is empowering e-commerce to monetize on returned items while participating in sustainable e-commerce. We are the only solution that offers 3 services in one seamless platform. Return management to track and analyze return products, return fulfillment to process returns, and e-commerce to resell returns over online marketplaces. Our business model is extremely attractive for us and our customers because we pay out e-commerce businesses. They simply send us their return products and we do the return management, return fulfillment, and e-commerce, and then we take out our fees, and in the end, we pay out the excess revenue to e-commerce businesses. With our current value proposition, we can serve and obtain a market of 7.5 billion euro in Europe. Currently, we are targeting 6,200 Amazon sellers in the DACH region, of which only 25 turned into customers so far. And with our 25 customers, we have proven business market fit in 2021 by generating 270,000 euro. As of now, we are ready to scale, which is why we are looking for you. So we are looking for additional funding to get on a trajectory to reach 150 million revenue by 2026. We are recognized by leading accelerators and have received government support of 200,000 in public grants. One of them is, for example, Alchemist Accelerator, one of the leading accelerators in the US. Next to me, you have Christoph Müller, a successful entrepreneur from Switzerland, who tapped into the return problem for one of his side businesses. And I tapped into the return management during my studies at Stanford University, where the company SAP was forming a student team to tackle the $400 billion return problem. We are accompanied by a great team, an excellent management team that combines over 20 years of industry expertise. So Revole, join the returns revolution. We are open for funding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the presentation. So, the question time. And do you have any questions, Charlie or Asad?
Yeah. Hi, Guy. Thank you for the pitch. I'm slightly confused on how you're offering resold items back to the customer. So, are you a white label marketplace, or are you just the back end logistics solution that's managing that whole process? Like, just explain that to me.
Yeah, so we are not tech, we are also not an app, we are basically the whole system from receiving a returned product till bringing it back to the market. That's the whole process we do. Yeah. Starting with from the end customer store to a warehouse facility, in the warehouse facility, the processing, and then from the warehouse facility back to the market of our marketplaces.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And
Okay.
how do you find the buyer side?
Yeah, so that's the interesting part about returns. With returns, you don't need to think about demand because the items are once in circulation, and you know there's another there's someone interested in buying those items. So what we basically do, we list the products under the listings of e-commerce businesses which are already existing. Yeah? So our customers basically we just list the products under their listings.
Like wholesale e-commerce websites?
Yeah, marketplaces like Amazon or eBay is the B2C side, and B2B marketplaces like Bstock or Best Boston.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you for your time, Guy. And so thanks for the presentation again, and see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Kerim. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
And so we will do the closing with you. So if you are ready.
Yeah, all right. Let's start it.
Okay.
I believe you guys are receiving my screen, right?
Yes, right now, yes.
Perfect. So let's talk about First Batch. With First Batch, we are building a tornado cache for segments, airdrops, inter-escape metaverse, and better governance. Right now, we are focusing on 4 main problems. First one is identity in Web3 is claim-based and it is inefficient. And when we try to reproduce identities, we are looking at bullet data, but bullet data is not a big data. We just have NFTs and fungible tokens, so it is really hard to understand personalities. So this leads to our second problems. The apps, DAOs, and brands don't have the smart data to segment and efficiently target wallets. And it leads to airdrops to easily attacked by civil attacks, and making them inefficient and lead to poor growth and market making. But when we want to solve all of these problems, the trick point is Web3 is a place for pseudonym identities. So users want to stay anonymous and has to stay anonymous while monetizing their persona data. First, I just want to talk about our traction side. Right now, we have 17 early adopters, and like companies like Sandbox, Gucci United States, Porsche to Earn Network that are built upon Nest protocol are going to use First Batch infrastructure. Why big platforms sign up from day one, right? And the trick is our user segmentation and targetable interaction making efficiency in Web3 possible for the apps, DAOs, and brands. How we do that is we have a novel approach. We merge the established data of Web2 socials, where Web3 communities invest their time in, and wallet data to create high-value personas. And there is 3 main elements. The first one is the interactions are zero-knowledge proofs. Right now, we are partners with Starkware, and right now, all of the interactions are zero-knowledge with ZK syncs, so it is really impossible to reveal the user's data, so they are staying anonymous with it. And I would just want to talk about our stages. Right now, we built the proof of interest protocol, which is multi-social and multi-chain, and the user experience is pretty easy. Our customers, as the apps, DAOs, and brands, they just create a UI which users connect their socials. Afterwards, we create a one-on-one soul bond persona NFT, which is mintable and free. And afterwards, they prove their interests to the apps, DAOs, Web3 platforms. But we are building a belonged infrastructure upon these identities. And we have 5 really crucial points. The first one is we want to bring efficiency to airdrops by our customers picking personhoods, picking interests, targeting their wallet data as well to have a better market making. The second one is there are lots of different events in the metaverse right now, in Decentraland Sandbox. So by understanding people's personhoods, personalities, and personas, we can match the people with the right events to have a better and monetizable metaverses. And the third thing is with First Batch, Solomon, NFT, and ZK infrastructure, we can have better alignments with DAO governance to understand personas and segmentations to lead better governance and better decision making and analytics in DAOs. In our traction side, last week we opened first batch early access, and we got 36,000 people in 16 hours, which is crazy. And right now in our whitelist, we have 95,000 people who are waiting to mint Persona NFTs. And I believe in a week, we're just going to hit the 100,000 Persona NFTs within 100 wallets. And our business model is pretty easy, with it scalable. Our customers are utilizing first batch API per interest-gated interaction per users. And of course, we are offering some enterprise and scalable models as well. And who is this guy we are talking with? I'm Karim, and I'm working on Community Tank since 2015. Ömer and I, we built a startup, and in 2 years, we generated over $2.5 million of revenue. Afterwards, we got in the Forbes 30 under 30. But early 2019, Ömer and I, we pivoted our infrastructure to blockchain and to the data ownership. And we took a risk, and we started to build proof of interest and first batch. But within this time, I was a partner of a blockchain venture legal builder, which I worked with Animoca Brands, Solana Labs, Pantera, etc. And our third partner, FAS, he's a trader for 11 years. He was working on Government Pension Fund of Norway. And last year, FA was Binance Europe Influencer of the Year. And he has a reach over 800,000 all over his network. And he was the CEO of YGG Sapta, which is backed by Anderson Horowitz. Right, and our goal is to be becoming the lead and wallet interaction platform, a gateway for Fortune 500 to interact with wallets as well, and of course, encoding of social relationships to create better governance. Right now, we are actually the Rams oversubscribed, and we are raising $2.5 million. And right now, we find our lead. Our lead is Sequoia China and Foresight Capital, and BitGet, which is a $10 billion exchange, Asia's biggest exchange. And right now, what we are looking for investors who can set a value in their relationship with DAOs, the apps. Thank you for listening to me. It was a joy.
Thank you for the clear presentation, Karim. So do we have any questions, Charlie or Asad? We have 2 minutes.
Yeah, Karim, do you have any allocation left in the current round?
Yes, we have. Right now, we have $400,000 in the current rounds. And we are, as I talk about it, we are looking for investors who can provide value in this network effects.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Charlie, do you have another question?
Yeah, it sounds like an awesome opportunity. And it's great to see, Sequoia China be so interested. Definitely. I think it's a cool product. What are you looking for from an investor standpoint? Are you looking for just introductions into the network? Are you looking for a board member? In terms of profile, what do you need?
Right now, within our cap, 70% of our investors are crypto funds who provide value in the customer side and in the exchange side, because we are integrating into exchanges as a KYC protocol as well, which wants to reduce cyber attacks. But we need a more, let's say, classical Web2 approach as well, because our goal is, and this is going to be our seed and Series A thesis, to onboard Fortune 500 into Web3 with ease, because these guys, better than me, has customer personas, marketing strategies, and interaction studies until 2035. So with first batch, with its targeting mechanisms, targeted wallet mechanisms, we want to provide value. So right now we are looking for VCs who have portfolio and interactions with these Fortune 500 companies. And of course, if it is a crypto fund, which is great, of course, we are happy with it as a crypto startup. Yeah.
So last question, please.
The important thing is to create the network effect in this, right? With all the parties. So what is your plans? Like you said, you had the record NFT minting in a day. That's cool, and that shows that you can maybe reach to that critical mass for the network effect. But what are your plans to make sure that you're gonna reach you're gonna create that network effect?
Yeah, that's a great question. Right now, we are a really easily integrable infrastructure. So let's say biggest companies of blockchain like Optimism, like Strackware, just integrate our infrastructure and they can use upon their user base. So our goal is within a year to acquire 500,000 to 600,000 users by integrating the customers, and afterwards raise our seeds and go as a platform. So yeah, you are right. The network effect is pretty important, but the quality of our network is pretty important, right? So we don't just want to be a user acquisition platform. First, we just want to be efficiency platform, which creates a healthier ecosystems within metaverses and apps. And after we have a really high scale and high quality user base, we want to go as a platform, which has really good network effect, I believe.
So thank you for your time, Kerim,
Nice,
and take care of yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a lovely day. Cheers.
So yes, we listened to the presentations of 10 startups within 1.5 hour, and we are coming up the end of the day. And I think we had a very productive hour, and I hope you enjoyed it. The value you add with your questions and energy is very valuable to us. And so we feel really happy to you spend a certain hour of your day and came together with us here. So likewise, we are proud to include our valued audiences in this process and to have a good interaction with them. And I will be announcing the top 3 winning startups shortly. But before that, I would like to gather your opinions while my teammates are calculating the votes. So if you have anything you want to say about the program, we can listen. But was there any startup that particularly took your attention? So since the voting is over, the process will not affect anyone. That's why I'm asking. So yes, Asad, you turn on your microphone.
First of all, thanks for the great event. I think it went all smoothly, and I knew some of the couple of the startups before, but I really like to ask Charlie, how did he find the Turkish startup that he met? What was his initial expectations and his thoughts now?
No, well, thank you. I thought it was super interesting. So, well, thank you for having me on in the first place. It was a great event. We went very smoothly. There's definitely. I'm interested to see the winners of the vote because I know who I voted for, but I'm interested to see that. I think the standout. And I might be quite biased here towards what I know, but I think ChargeFlow was definitely operating in a very interesting space. I think the problem they're solving is super relevant to today, and it's a huge issue for the majority of merchants. So I think they're definitely in an interesting space.
I think Asad also likes ChargeFlow because you ask so many questions.
Right. I took all the time. That was the one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't leave any time to Charlie. Charlie, sorry about that. But I'm sure you can reach out to him. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they were super interesting. It's great to see they got some early revenues as well. I liked Fault Fixes, the first one. I thought that was super interesting. And obviously First Batch as well was cool. Yeah, there was some great companies.
So, especially the businesses in this sector, I mean, can you say especially this idea in this sector will really grow in the next few years? Or have you ever said that this type of works should be a little more, or this type of solutions should be a little more, or the vice versa?
I think I can say it for Deliveries AI. And Deliveries AI space is gonna grow for sure. And there is not much, many players who manage to build their own robotics and started deliveries, physical deliveries, and had some paying customers. So I think they are doing great in that space.
Mm-hmm. So, Charlie, lastly, I would like to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I think, well, Delivers AI is, yes, definitely in a growing space. I'd be interesting to see how they navigate a coming recession, definitely, with, the likes of Getir, especially here in London, obviously Turkey. laying off staff and having to cut their burn. So that's interesting. I think, like we said, Chargeflow. I think anything to do with ecom. I think an online retail, if I'm honest, because it's definitely not slowing down. I definitely think it will never slow down. So they're obviously an interesting space. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I think the results are ready. I mean, I felt like I was in the Eurovision Song Contest. So I will directly announce the winners without creating excitement. So, and I'm waiting for my teammates. They are preparing the results. Give me a few seconds, please. I will show on the screen the winning 3 startups in a few seconds. So okay. So by the way, if there is a startup that you like or want to meet or are interested in among the winning startups or presenters today, just send me an email, or you can send your request to our email address, hey@helo.land. And so also, we have already shared our 25 startups shortlist. You can also, if you are interested, you can also please get contact with us. So yes, you can see the winning startups right now. Yes, can you? Yes, everybody can see. Yep. So the winner is First Batch, and the second is Now Lungo, and the third one is Chargeflow, fourth Speed Legal, and the fifth one is Deliver's AI. So thank you for your all time and for your votes. And please see you at the next Global Pitch Day, and stay tuned and follow us for the second program. And have a nice day for all of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.